Hi, good morning, friends. Devorah here. We are going to continue on our Chovos Alavavos study on Emuna and Bitachon, where we started last week. We have 5 classes already from last week's learning on the 7 differences between a person that does have Emuna and a person that doesn't have Emuna. We're going to, I'm just going to, sharpen this idea that even if a person is religious, it doesn't mean he necessarily has emuna in his heart. Emuna is a muscle that we cultivate, that we create, that we work on. And part of working on it, the biggest part for me is to just become aware, to just open up the Sefer and learn a minute a day, 2 minutes a day on Emuna and Bitachon, to be able to do these videos, just to bring it into our conscious awareness, just to have it in the forefront of our minds. Those of us that take it to the next step and we daven for Hashem to give us Emuna, and the ones that actually take it to the final step, which is to put it into action, where push comes to shove, I'm able to exhibit Emuna, even if it's difficult, that's when it actually sticks. So today's lesson number 5, we're talking about, he discusses the 5th difference between a person that has Emuna and a person that doesn't have Emuna. And he says that a person that does have Emuna will live in this world, will partake in all the things that this world has to offer that are allowed, right? But he'll do it in a way that he understands that the ikar, that the main focus is his next world. That really everything I'm doing here on a day-to-day basis is building my next world, is building my eternity. And that's where my focus is on. So I'm living in this world, but my focus is on where am I going? Where is this all going to take me? What's the point of all of this? What am I doing with all of this? And then throughout his day, in his job, in his interpersonal relationships, wherever he goes, whatever he does, he's going to implement, he's going to put in a spirituality, things that have very much to do with, the chunk of why we're here and what we're here for, which is to evolve as spiritual beings, is to become more God aware, is to become aware of the fact that we're not here just to satiate ourselves and to pursue pleasures and to make a lot of money and to live in a huge house and to upgrade our cars every 3 years. That's not the end all, right? So he can do all of those things as long as in the job that he has, he is not going to sacrifice his prayer. He's not going to sacrifice his learning. He doesn't have to sacrifice his mitzvah observance, where he's able to be kovea itim, where he's not going to completely throw everything that's spiritual, that's important, that's the point of all of this, the point of this world and what we're here for, and the reason that we have air in our lungs right now. He's not going to take all of that and put it on the back burner just so he can, make money and make his boss proud, right? He's not going to lose sight of where he's going and what the point to all of this is. And he says how a person, but a person that doesn't have emuna, וסומך על ההתעסקויות שלו, בעולם הזה שאין אלו שמביאות לו תועלת, and he just depends on, what he does, what he's involved in, and how he has to depend on himself, otherwise things don't happen. כל הזמן שהוא מרבה להשתדל להביא כסף לביתו, כל דבר שיכול להכניס לו כסף, הוא מתעסק בו, anything that makes him money, he'll do, regardless of whether it's in line with his morals, with the things that he considers correct and things that he considers incorrect. It doesn't matter. If it makes him money, he's there, right? If that's where he's at, אפילו בדברים אסורים, או דברים שימנעו ממנו ללמוד תורה ולעשות מעשים טובים, he even gets involved with things that are asur, with things that you're not allowed to be involved with, things that you're not allowed to do, things that are pushed against the Torah, okay? And he goes there and he does it because why? Because he needs the money, because it's going to make him parnasa. ומתוך כך אינו חושב כלל על חלקו בעולם הזה, בעולם הבא, and he doesn't think based on his actions here in this world. I have to be able to grab from wherever I can get. I have to be able to grab. Otherwise, I'm not going to have anything. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get on my feet. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to support. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to live. All of that kind of thought process. If that's where he's at, he's not at all thinking about his next world, which is the point of all of this. And on this, Shlomo HaMelech writes, Chacham yara v'sar mera uchsil mitaber uvotech. Where basically he says that a person that is smart, yira v'sar mera, is going to be afraid. He's going to be cautious and careful of things that are bad, and he's going to move away from things that are bad. And uchsil, and the person that is foolish, mitaber uvotech, he's going to be completely trusting and put his faith in what he knows and how things work, in this person and that person. So that's something that we really, really have to, carry in our hearts, that this idea, this concept of if it's not in line with who you are and your morals and your values and Torah, double, triple think again and again and again. If you don't put your time and effort here, will God give you something that is going to give you your parnasa and fulfill you, and at the same time allow you to be in line with, yes, what is right, and yes, what is real, and yes, what is moral, and yes, what you're passionate about? So that's something that we have to think about and hopefully act upon and not be afraid, because when we make the right decisions and we have the right intentions, then Hashem hears us. Buchen kleot velev. Hashem's in your heart. Hashem sees the equations and the formulas and all of the conclusions that you get to and how you got there. And based on that, He's going to reward you. Have a beautiful day.